Hey people, this is Broken Puppet. Oop, one off the chair. And this is how you draw an old school knight's helmet. Enjoy. A knight's helmet. Get yourself a circle. Like so. Curve line up. Curve line across. From this bit, create another little line just coming off the side of this. Come a little bit higher than this bit. And curve this down to where this centre line kind of starts. Get an oval just on the edge bit over here. Curve this line down, so this is where this line starts. And make sure you've got a nice little point just there. Bring this down a touch and then curve down, so down, then down. Curve this one back, coming into the oval shape. Create a line above it. Create a nice big sort of V shape above this. This would be where your eyesight would be. Line above, line down, line across there, line across there. Bring this circle around. Come down, once you get to about here, this bottom bit. Bringing almost like this little metal collar that's going to lead you down into the neck. So we're going to bring a curve now on the outside. Roughly whereabouts this line comes down here. Curve this one down. Then have this line curving around to it. So you see curve there, curve, join up to it. Curve this line out. Once you get past this part, curve line in there. The secondary line, and I'm just going to curve that one onto it. At the top here, I'm going to bring in two little lines just there. Two lines just there. And this line can kind of curve up. Maybe another two lines just there. Off the top of this, I'm going to put a little kind of oval shape. Second one. And this will go into a feather that I'm going to have coming down over there. Just put a secondary line just at the bottom bit, just there. Two lines next to this centre one. Two lines just next to this centre one. And a little line just close to each one of these lines. Just like so. In this gap here, it's going to have a few crosses. Just like so. And then we've got this feather. Bring your line down, and what you want to do is bring this line up. Come to a point. Come back. So you're making almost like a little leafy bit just to the edge. Then what you're going to do, each one of these, bring this line in and go into this line. And just keep building this pattern, this S shape going from the line around it. Come back out wide and then sort of start going thinner the further you go up. Again, that's how this bit wraps around there. And the same thing on the other side. So just keep building that up and around to pretty much behind the helmet. Go up and around that. And I'm going to add some little leafy bits just in the background. Just to add a little bit of body. And just bring the design out a touch. So I'm going to quickly do now is just go over this basic line work with my Sharpie. where these two lines meet, I don't sort of do the corner bits. However, I will do the corner bits on these sections. Let's get these crosses just going through here, just like so. Line up, line up. Okay, that's going just around that. Might line there, I think. Little line come down here just to show the side connection of the helmet. Little curve, little curve. Line of the feather. Just keep repeating that pattern all the way around. Around that. Now each one of these kind of leafy bits gonna get lined down the middle, curve it around. You can have flowers there if you want, but for this one I'm just going to go for leaves. And on the inside of this, come down from the top, bring the V shape. In this bit I'm just going to do dots. Be more careful with these, I'm just plotting these in super quick. And I have that through. Go to the side. Little line just down the inside of that. Just feel where it's going to black out. Inside this visor. So that's pretty much like the outline done. So I'm just going to rub out all that pencil work now. You start adding in some shading. Going really strong with the black to begin with. So I take my hat off. The other black. So I'm flicking some black in certain areas. Mainly where like the corners are, so like here, see, you got this corner edge bit here, so I want that to come in there. I'm going to do some scales in here, so I'm not going to colour this bit in just yet. So underneath this helmet part. Just along this bottom. Along that top. Just colour that bit in black. Coming initially from the bottom of the feather, coming up the centre. And just flicking into each one of these leafy bits. Just on the one side. Gonna make this one the same side on each one. So it kinda feels like rotation going around it. And just here I'm going to leave a little white line just on this bit so this line doesn't disappear. Just there. A little bit just there. And then just a tiny bit off this side, so I'm going to create this nice shine through the centre bit just there. Let's do that, skip the greys. That grey, there we go. So I'm just going to work in this grey. These are just ones I know and brush markers. You can use water paints, pencils, any medium you want. Just apply the same technique you see me using to them. You know, it's quite easy to switch up. Pencils, just keep blending out. Water paints, pretty much the exact same technique. I'm using mainly a side-to-side motion. Just going over the black edges to really blend them out. You know, you can flick them in like I've done the black, but a lot of time you get these hard edge marks, which can be hard to blend out. You know, I tend to flip my black in, but my grey's quite close to the black, so I don't have to worry too much about the lines there. But as I go lighter in the greys, I use more of a side-to-side motion. Now this is old school, so it's kind of got that old-fashioned vibe to it, where it's not realistic. No, but that's the whole point of it, it's not supposed to be. Just plot that in there for now. I'll focus more on the helmet for now. Just work over this grey. Down to light grey. So you can just, as you can see, just creating this like light shine, just coming up through the centre bit, just there. I'm flicking a light grey out just the end because I'm going to drag this across, so get it coming out. And you need to remember with these markers as well, as they dry, to go lighter. So where you're flicking it, you can kind of see the edge mark. As it dries, that will pretty much fade out to nothing. So as long as your transitions are, you know, good, don't worry too much about the actual edge, because a lot of time that will just take care of itself as it dries. I mean, you can already see as it's starting to dry now, just as these two bits here just disappearing. Flick that down there. So blend that out. Now what I'm going to do is grab my Sharpie again. Just going to put in this kind of scale pattern. Literally just semicircles, and each time on top, semicircle touches the centre. Just keep them the same height and the same distance, and just keep going over and over. And then what I'm going to do is just colour in the centre of it, leaving a white highlight just near the edge. Sorry about that, people, my camera stopped filming and I carried on for a little bit, sorry. What I've done is just filled in all those scales that we done. And I just blended out this bit. So where we had the black coming through the feather, just use my dark grey, then light grey, just going all the way down that stem. And then what I've done, just like it, I put in a little bit of brown just on the edge of these sections. And then I worked over my yellow. Like so. So yeah, like a golden section just coming through it. And then I'm going to colour in this feather. I'm going to do this feather in reds. And this is the main reason I didn't do the flower, because I felt like there was enough colour going to be appearing in this feather to make up for it. I think the contrast of the yellow mixing in with the brown, then the reds against the green, you know, will give the illusion of like a feather, I mean of a flower, because of the colours that are in there traditionally. So if you mentioned like a typical rose will be like reds, green and yellow. So just work that in there. Give me green. Just going to work this over both sides of each one of these leaves. And just realised I just missed out this section completely. So I'm going to quickly just go over that. And then it's going to grab me an orange. Just colour in these tips. A little bit of brown just so that these, make these bits gold, and then it's going to have some white highlights. And I might put a little line just around the edge just to give it a frame almost. So I'm not going to go too crazy with white, just certain key locations. Just at the centre part here, we've got this highlight on these crosses. Just all on like the one side and angle, so to imagine turn underneath and to the side. So anywhere, so like, you know, you can get one of those side angle bits, just do that. Put that here just to separate this from the black. Line that, and that's pretty much it. Not going crazy with the white. Then the Sharpie, just to kind of finish it off. Just going to get a little extrude tail. This is completely optional. You don't have to do this. Probably seen this a couple of times. Looks very nice with the old school sort of designs. You literally just taking a line around, taking a line around the entire design, standing the exact same distance apart, or as close as you can to the same distance. Just like so. So it just kind of frames it off. You can colour that section in if you want, or just leave it like that. I'm going to leave it like that. But yeah, that is how you draw an old school helmet. Hope you like it. Check out my videos, comment, subscribe, yada yada yada. I'm the Broken Puppet, and I'll see you next time. Peace.